Hi, it's your coach, Joe Lucas. Welcome to your Practice Power daily coaching video for Friday, October 4th, 2013. Welcome to the end of the week, really the first full week of the month of October, right? Fourth quarter. So let's talk about the details. Let's talk about really making sure we're not missing anything. So I believe in tracking certain things, and for those of you who've been watching me for years, you kind of know there's certain things that I really want you to have your thumb on at all times, right? Number one, contacts. Number two, introduction requests, right? And then number three, obviously, we want to talk about meetings and reviews and all that. But here's the other thing that I want you to really kind of, have in mind. Make sure you're really accurate and what I call honest with yourself when you're thinking about what's in the pipeline. Again, we talk about suspect, prospect, pipeline. And I find a lot of times when I'm looking at monthly game plans and talking to people, I see these people on the pipeline list for like months and months and months, right? And to me, remember, a pipeline is either, let's put it 90-day business, right? Worst case scenario, 90-day close, whatever. You need to know what you have in the hopper, so to speak, going into this fourth quarter as we are in the fourth quarter. Because again, it's going to be a little bit more challenging as we get into the latter part of the year to kind of get things to happen. Also, and you all know this, I'm a big believer in insurance. I think insurance for all advisors, whether you want to be the expert yourself or you want to be sort of the quarterback and the conduit, you bring in an outside expert, that's fine. But we all know that if we're going to do, whether it's long-term care insurance or life insurance or anything that has to be underwritten, right? We're running out of time. So if you've got some people you've talked to about that already, let's make sure in the next week or so we revisit that, we get them in, we get that ball going, because the last thing you want to do is try to push on something like that. As you know, November, December, it becomes problematic, and then we got to start the whole process over again in the first part of next year. Oh, and then there's tax season, and then people don't want to do that. So just keep that in mind, that now's the time, and here's what you want to do. You're talking to a client, and they say, well, first thing you do is you call them up or you email them, whatever you do, you meet with them and say, look, the holidays are coming, you're going to be very busy. That's why we need to get this done now, because we don't want this to interfere with your holiday window, right? People need a reason to do things. Never forget that, okay? So, little detail, little insurance project for you, for those of you who need that. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.